See what we've got here then, guys. The live wire, the earth, some conduit. This is the the voltage relay. Various clips and sticky pads, the connectors for the ends of the wires, battery lead connectors, they're fuses then. Right, them fuses, kind of fuses with covers for them as well. They're for the wires to, I think they're to separate the wires, like, you know, I forget what they're called, but you know what they are. And we've got some cable ties. Nice little kit, great price. All that should get the electric up and running in the camper van. All for only £69, I think it was. There's 7 metre cable there. So there's more than enough to go from the front of the engine compartment all the way to the back of the van. We'll have electric in there for the weekend, for Macfest. Let's crack on with fitting this into the camper van. Well, I'm just looking for an entry point to run the live. And I was going to go with this, because it's a beautiful little access point. There. There it is. But we're not going for the alternator. We're going to be connecting directly to the live and the battery after looking online. So I'm going to go with inside there. I'm going to run it up through that because it's already going into the cab. And we do have 7 metres, so let's go. Well, we're in, guys. I haven't split this, by the way. This was already split, so my plan is to push it through. I'm going to pull this end through. I'm going to push that back together, and I'm going to push that back together, and I'm going to cable tie it. So I didn't split none of this. It's just hung on by a bit there. But we've gone in. I think we've gone pretty far now.
Volvo loan with 50% minimum deposit. Volvo Car Financial Services UK.
Turn this off so we don't get any disruptions with the video. Right, well, I can't see anything as of yet. It's come through, been pushing through a bit. The wire was just behind this here. Just pulled it over. I need to plan a route now to take it. So everything's over there. Well, I want to power. So it's looking. This won't be coming out, I can tell you that. I'm going to run it in all along, down here, round there, and straight up into the cab over there. Got the wire in, guys. I'm going to be removing this panel, removing this footstep plastic trim, putting it underneath the carpet, straight into the back of the cab, all the way up. Seems to be enough wire. Oh, would have been. More than enough, guys. More than enough. By the way, on that quick little video then, of the time lapse. I ripped my jacket on the bottom of the seat. Gutted. Time for a new one. So what I'm going to do to neaten that up, I'm going to just put this end down there, like so. Pull it free. Not as easy as I thought. Probably why someone's ended up ripping it. But I'm not lazy. I'm patient. There we go. I'll just use one of those cable ties that's in the bag. Pull that back up there nice and neat. Pull that back up nice and neat. I'll secure that with one of those cable ties in the bag. It'll be all nice and protected again. And that'll be nice. Use some of the conduit. Don't need to, but I'll use some of it around that red. Just to go straight over there to the live. They need to go there, my water bottles for my water leak. What I've got. But let's get some in there. After looking at this step, guys, I'm thinking it's going to be a nightmare getting it out, because this aftermarket stainless steel, you know, step with the transporter on, screws here, they look too knackered to get out. Look, weathered. That one will probably come out on the rest, but this one here looks like it's going to cause me a problem, and I'm going to have a go, but I'm thinking I think I can just shove it with my fingers behind all this and just get it under there, wedge it under this, wedge it under there. But I'll give this a clean up. I'll get a little screwdriver, I'll clean out the head of that screw and see if it will undo. Because it would be nicer to just put it underneath neatly. I'll never be too hasty, just give it a little pull and it come up. Oh, what a dick. A simple pull and it was out. That's just attached to this, guys. My bad. I'm going to add this fuse split that come with it. There's two of them. It's gonna go, I'm gonna just put it round about here and then put the other half to there. It's just something you can get to easily enough if there's ever a problem. Fuse blows, easy enough place to check. I'm using these simple electrician pliers. They've got different colours for different like, see how that's coloured, and then like that thing inside there that comes with this, there you can see it, it's a blue spade connector in a little blue sheath, so that would indicate you would use the middle blue one to crimp it with. But on these, I'm using these because I've noticed that they've got obviously wire cutters to cut the red wire, and this hole here, it says ignition terminals, and that's what I'm doing. I'm adding the ignition terminals, these silver things, so that I'm guessing is for those, so that's what I'll be using. There is as good a place as any. Oh, nice. So I'll have to strip this wire. So I'll go and get a blade. I'm using this scalpel and I'm lightly just pressing, well, firmly enough, and just turning it as I go around, and then bend it and give it a twist, and there's one done. Simple as that. I'll do the same on the other end and we'll get these crimped up. Let's go around it, roll around, roll around. Hiya. You're going to be on my YouTube video now. Why are you doing? See how these work then. Never used these before for this particular task. Let's go with about there. Or do we go right at the bottom or what? I don't know. Do you go right at the end? Or do we go for the middle? Well guys, they're not working. The hole is exactly the same size as the terminal itself. So, could probably use this crushed bit here. Probably use this bit here. Wire stripper. Oh, it's a wire stripper. Let's use the red. I'm gonna go for the red. Use that. It's done and it's on. Should be fine. Each one of these boxes supplied comes with a little fuse. So what you do is you put the wire in either end and put the fuse in the middle, tighten them up, and that fuse is your connection. So if there's ever a problem, it's your first place to check if your power ever goes down. So that simply goes in there like so. I'm just doing this finger tight now, guys, for demonstration purposes. But I will come back and tighten them up, obviously. Let's get the other end. The flat side of the spade goes down first. And that will simply slide in there underneath the two washers, and you tighten it up and there's your connection. slides under and just nip it up. 8mm are these. Easy as that. Close it. You can bolt that, it's got holes in it. You can screw it to the body of something, the car, stick it somewhere if you like, or you can just leave it. Oh, I'm going to leave it dangling, and that end now can go directly live to the live terminal of the battery. But I am not going to connect it yet because I don't want the live touching the earth of the body anywhere else in the car where it could potentially cause a shortage. Three locators that go into these. They go in first, and where these holes are, these grommets go. It's pretty similar to the T5 side door step that I did. So these will go in first, at the back, and then press that in place, and it's in. There we have it. That's one section done. The wire's now back into the cab. No signs. It's already a bit scruffy, that. Personally, I would have put all this wiring before I did it. Why whoever built this put all this in, minus that, what I put in. I don't know why they didn't put any live to it in the first place. I don't understand it, but either way, it's now in. Attached another fuse split, whatever you would call it, and this is going to go direct to the live on the auxiliary battery. That goes into the split charge relay. Just going to simply bolt into this for the battery cable, into the main battery, should I say. I've noticed something. These wires, guys, I don't think they're going to fit, to be honest. Let's just see if it will clamp tight enough. It might do. Oh shit. I'm guessing they're not. No, there's not a chance that's gonna sort that out. No, look. No, I didn't even pull it, to be honest. I'll have to figure something out. maybe put one of those fish eyes on there and then put it into the 10mm onto the top rather than into that thing itself. We'll see, we'll figure it. What I've done, I've turned it upside down. It's not meant to be like that, but it's worked. It'll do for now. So the box is in. The wire director from the battery has gone in there and it stays in there. Then there's another connection on the left side. The one on the inside I should have shown you earlier, guys, but there's a bit of a tight gap in here and I was getting a bit peed off, to be honest, doing all the filming and trying to sort out the battery. But it's quite simple. That battery coming out is the auxiliary connection side of this relay inside, and you simply now connect this earth to the body of the vehicle somewhere, which is where I'm trying to find. And this split here, I'm going to try and find a self tapper, and this split in this insulation is where I'm thinking of going into this wheel arch. Well, I've done it, guys. I've fed the earth along here, just through here. I am going to be selling the van, so whoever buys it can do whatever they want with it. I've earthed it to this under there. It has lit up. We do have power in 11.7, but you know what? So them information direct, so the instructions tell you to put it to the battery. I think you should put it to the alternator of this vehicle. I don't see how that's going to charge, because it's going direct from my battery. I know it. Oh yeah, the alternator current will go through the battery. Silly me. Let's see. I'm going to fire it up and see if this changes. I'm going to connect it under the bonnet now, and then let's just take it from there. Final lap. Already quite a few connections on this. Let's get that scruffy one back down there. My belly that I'm on a 3-day fast. If you know, you know. Right guys, let's fire it up, see if that gauge moves. Nope. Well, as you can see, it's not moving. I'll do some test. Oh, there we go, it's moving. Nice, nice, nice. Job's a good one. Well, there we go. Worked out okay. See you later. Well guys, it worked out okay. New battery's charging. My little girl's got electric in the back and we can use the van for MacFest on the weekend. Other than that, I'm going to sell the van. I'll get another one. I'll build one. Big one with a shower in and whatnot. I know I'm building another one on the T5, but that's for sale, so we start again. See you later. Bye.